Hello grade 3, how are you? In this video inshallah we are going to revise humans impacts in our environment. Let's at first know what is the meaning of the word environment. Our environment is anything around us in our world. Our land, our air, our water, food, animals, plants, and even humans around us are part of our environment. When we talk about our environment, we mean everything in the world around us which can affect our lives, like air, water, food, animals, plants, and humans. Why our environment need our help, or why we should take a good care of our environment? For 5 main reasons. Because we breathe oxygen from its air, we drink water from its rivers, seas, and any water body. We get food from plants and animals, birds and fish in our environment. We get worms from its sun. We build our shelter using materials from our environment, materials that exist in our environment, like rocks, wood, and mud. That's why we should take a good care of our environment. Some humans harm our environment, harm our ecosystem. Environment is the same like the ecosystem, while others help it. How some people can harm our environment and others can help it? Good effects of humans in our environment is called positive impacts, while bad effects are negative. Positive mean good things, while negative is bad. Let's talk at first about positive impacts and effects. Number 1, planting and farming. Human plant plants which clean our air, and we also need them for eating different plants. 2, taking a good care of other animals. When humans take a good care of other animals, this is considered to be a positive effect, as they take care of the environment, as they keep the food chain working in their habitat. Positive impacts and effect also using natural resources like sun, winds, and waterfalls to get power or electricity. How? Didn't we said before that in grade 2 that we get electricity from different sources? One of them was charcoal, which is the black stuff. They burn it in factories and companies to turn the generator to get electricity, and this is a bad way because it pollutes the air, and there is so many smoke come out from this process that pollute our air and make our air unclean. So those natural resources like sun, wind, and waterfalls are good sources for getting electricity without polluting our environment, without making our environment unclean. For example, using the sun by using the solar cell to convert the sunlight to electricity, and the wind turbines move by the help of the wind, and then the generator move and give electricity. And the waterfall, when the waterfall very fast, they put generator next to it, and the generator move and it generate electricity. Now we finish the most positive impacts. Let's go to the negative and the bad impacts of humans in our environment. Number 1, air pollution. Air pollution means making the air unclean. How? Through smoking. The people which smoke really pollute the air by this smoke which come out from their cigarettes. Factories. Even the factories give out smoke which pollute the air. Cars spray harmful gases. The second negative effect is water pollution, and as I said, pollution means make the thing unclean. Water pollution is making the water unclean through throwing rubbish in the water bodies, boats waste, factories waste, and hospital waste. Even the hospitals throw their wastes in the rivers and factories. And us, we also, some of us, not all for sure, throw the rubbish and the garbage in the river and seas, which pollute them and harm us. How they harm us? Because we drink this water, and fish drink from this water, and we caught fish for eating. So we eat fish that drink polluted water, or it may kill the fish and lead to their extinction. Cut trees which give us oxygen to breathe, and destroy forests which lead to extinction of forest animals. When humans keep cutting trees to make papers, then who will give us oxygen? As you know, the trees give us oxygen and take our bad carbon dioxide. If they keep cut the trees, the carbon dioxide will accumulate and will keep being on the earth and will sophisticate us and kill us. But the trees take the carbon dioxide and give us oxygen, which means they clean the air. When we cut them, we are destroying the air and destroying the habitat, the forest habitat of other animals, which will lead to their extinction. For killing the animals, when hunters kill the animals and hunt them to take their skin, their fur, their canines, to sell them with very expensive prices, this is really bad, because those animals will extinct and they will destroy the food chain and destroy the creatures that created by God. Kill and hunt animals to get their fur, skin, or any valuable animal body parts like horns and heads, to use them as trophies or sell them. Trophies mean gifts or something really valuable to put it in their houses or in their museum and so on. Wastage of resources. Number 5, wastage of resources like water, power, and petrol, which will finish one day. Actually, if we keep wasting water, water will finish. So we have to take a good care of it and keep it. When we took shower, we open all of the taps and we really waste water. That's why I have to tell you that you have to take a good care of your water, because water is non-renewable resource, mean it will not refilled. If we finish it, there will be no water. Power and electricity. We have to keep electricity and even fuel. The fuel, because of so many cars, fuel is about to finish. That's why we have to take a good care of our resources, but actually we are wasting it. That is a negative impact of humans to our environment. What should we do to save our environment then? What should we do? Number 1, we should stop smoking and ask others to stop smoking. Stop factories from polluting air by their smoke. We can ask factories to put filters to filter that bad smoke which come out from the factory. We can use environmental friend cars which make no smoke, or at least ask the drivers to fix their cars to not pollute our air. And we can also make carpooling. If I'm going to school and some of you are living next to me, so I can take him in my car. So we'll go out by one car, no 2 cars, to pollute the air. Plant so much trees to clean air and give us clean oxygen to breathe. 5, save water and stop polluting it by throwing rubbish and wasting it. Keep our water clean. Stop hunting animals and destroying their habitats. Use less power by using less lamps and electrical devices. Turn off any electrical device if you are not using it. If you are not using the electrical device, why you are turning it on? You are wasting electricity in this way. Use less water while taking shower or doing dishes. Make less rubbish by recycling your waste and reusing them. Throw your rubbish in the garbage bin. To save your environment, you must do 3 things, which are reduce, reuse, recycle. The 3 most important R's to save our environment. Reduce mean make your waste less. Don't make much waste, much rubbish. Reuse mean reusing your things. As I told you in my class, in the session, I reused the water bottles, I reused the plastic bags. Reuse everything around you. Everything that can be reused, please reuse it. Some of you did a magnificent thing by reusing the juice box, the box for the juice, you make it as a tissue bag, and this was really amazing. Recycling, and recycling means recycling paper. Put the paper in its right place so the companies or the factories will take it and remake it to a new paper, so they will not need to cut the trees. Recycle the plastic, they will take the plastic and melt it to make new plastic packets and new plastic containers. Even metal, they will take metal and melt it to make a new metal containers and metal things, and don't throw them away. So we have to reduce, make our wastes less, reuse our wastes, recycle, send our waste to the proper place to be recycled, not to be thrown away in our environment. Save your earth and find out more ways to save your environment. Thank you so much. Now let's answer some questions about saving the environment. Humans care for the environment. One way they do this is by not dropping litter, and I told you that litter means trash or garbage. Give 2 other ways humans can care for the environment. 2 other ways humans can care for the environment. Number 1, they can plant trees and plant more plants. Number 2, they can reuse their garbage. They can stop air pollution. They can stop others from smoking. Humans do not drop litter. Write down what humans should do with their litter. The 3 R's, they should recycle them, they should reuse them, they should reduce them. Humans can have positive and negative effects on the environment. From the list, choose 3 things that are positive effects. Tick 3 boxes. Protecting habitat, overfishing, which means caught so much fish. Removing trees, recycling and not littering. Protecting habitat, right? Recycling and not littering. Not littering means not throwing your garbage or your rubbish. Another negative effect is loss of species. And as I told you, species mean type of animal. What does loss of species mean? Loss of species mean extinction of an animal or animals. A flounder is a flat fish that lives on the bottom of the sea. Name one feature that you can see in the drawing which makes the fish suited to living on the sea bed. Explain how this feature is useful. There is so many adaptation that's very obvious in the picture, like the gills that help it to swim, like the fins and tail that help it to the gills that help it to breathe, fins and tail that help it to swim, streamlined body that help it to swim. The explanation is how this adaptation or how this feature help the fish to live in the sea. Like if we wrote here gills, we have to write to breathe. If we wrote fins and tail, to swim. Streamlined body, to swim easily. What else? Or boated-shaped body, to swim well. These fish can be caught by fishermen with a rod and line, or by dragging large net across the seabed. By rod and line caught only one fish, while large net caught so many fish. Which of these methods is most likely to conserve, which means save, conserve this variety of fish, save this type of fish? Which one is the best? Explain your answer. Method is rod and line, as it caught, explanation, as it caught only one fish, while the net will caught so many fish. Here is the forest habitat. Humans can have a positive effect on this habitat. Circle the best way that humans can have a positive effect. Littering the forest, throwing garbage in the forest, making paths through the forest, making ways through the forest, which means destroying the forest, protecting the species in the forest, and as I told you, species is type of animals, removing the fruits from the forest. Sure, it's protecting the species in the forest, protecting types of animals in the forest. Humans' action can have other positive effects on the forest. Draw a line to connect the action to its positive effect. How this action will affect the environment positively? Match. If we educate the people like we are educating you, what will happen? They will know how to care for the environment. Great, so we have to match this box with this box. Planting new trees. Planting new trees will lead to number of trees increase. Removing all the trees, more space for new trees to grow. Let's answer another sheet. Humans' impacts on our environment. Read and answer. Robert is a very clever environmental lover boy. He always trying his best to take a good care of his environment, so that he is doing the following. He keeps planting trees and so many plants to keep our air fresh and clean. He consumes so much water for watering his plants. He usually asks people to stop smoking and stop using sprays that pollute the air. He never throws his trash in the street and water. He takes a very good care of other animals. He saves power and never uses electricity if he is not using it. The school principal gives him the best student award, but she noticed that he is doing something wrong. Mention Robert's negative impact in the environment. From the paragraph that I read just now, the only negative thing that Robert does is he consumes so much water for watering his plant. He must save resources like water, but here he is consuming it. He is using it so much and badly, so he is wasting the water. He consumes so much water for watering his plant. Mention Robert's positive impact in the environment. Positive or good impact in the environment. Actually, you have so many. He keep planting trees. He asks people to stop smoking. He stops spraying sprays that pollute the air. He never throw his trash in the street and water. He take very good care of other animals. He save power, and so on. True or false? We should throw our trash in the river Nile. Sure, no. False. We should turn all the light sources on at home. False. We should save power. We should stop cutting trees. True. We should stop cutting trees and save our environment. We should ask smokers to stop smoking. True. We should ask them to stop smoking, to stop polluting our air. We should kill animals to take their fur. Wrong. False. We should take good care of other animals. We should stop trophy hunters. We should stop hunters which took the valuable animal parts as trophy, as gifts and awards. Yes, that's true. We should stop trophy hunters. We should stop cruelty toward animal, and cruelty means bad acts. We should stop bad acts toward animals, and this is true. We should save power. True. Thank you so much, grade 3, for watching the video. I wish you understand it pretty well, and if you have any question or anything that you did not understand, don't feel shy to come and ask, and thank you. Bye bye.